On this video, I would look at how Jesus calls and finds 4 fishermen to begin to fish for men. It's interesting. 3 of these 2 pairs, Andrew and Peter, James and John, had already become disciples of Jesus at Bethany beyond the Jordan. But now they leave their prosperous fishing business and follow Jesus continuously, as many business people have done since. This is a quote on page 33 of A Harmony of the Gospels by A.T. Robertson. I'm going to read Matthew 4:18 to 22. I'm going to read it in the authorized version and then the Greek with a translation. And walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brethren, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, Come ye after me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left the nets and followed him. And going on from thence, he saw other 2 brethren, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in the boat, with Zebedee their father, mending their nets. And he called them, and they straightway left the boat and their father and followed him. What I've noticed here is that Jesus commands discipleship, and those who become his disciples immediately leave everything to follow him. This, I believe, is what the Lord wants us to do in our discipleship, to make Jesus more important than business or anything else, to put him uppermost in the call that he brings to us to be his disciples, to be his followers. That is my English portion of this video. I would like now to just add a little bit of the Greek, reading the Greek and doing a little bit of grammar, and that way we can bring both together in our study. So I'm beginning at verse 12. Peripaton de paraten thalasan, tes Galileas, edan duo adelphus Simona tan legamenon Petran kai Andrean tanelophan autou. Balantas amphiblastran eis tain thalasan, eisan gar ha li eis. And walking alongside the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brothers, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. Just a couple things here. Peripaton is from peripateo, present participle, nominative, masculine, singular. Walking alongside the Sea of Galilee, he saw Adon from Harao, the aorist indicative active third person singular. Simon, the one being called, legomenon is your present participle passive, accusative singular from lego. The one being called Peter, and Andrew his brother, balantas, casting a net into the sea. Balantas is from balo. It's the present participle accusative plural from balo. Casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. Ason is your imperfect indicative active third person singular from Amy. We read on, verse 19. Kai lege autois diute apisomu kai poieso humas halies anthropon. Jesus says to them, come behind me, and I will make you to be fishers of men. Just a couple things here. Poieso, I will make, from poieo, future indicative active, first person, singular. I will make you to be fishers of men. And they immediately, notice the immediacy of this, they immediately offentes ta dictua, and immediately leaving their nets, they followed him. Ekaluthe san auton. From akalutheo, the aorist indicative active third person plural. They followed him. Kai prabas akathin edan halas duo. Or alas duo adelphus. Jacoban tan tu sebadayu kai Ioannen tan adelphan autu. Into ploio meta sevadayu tu patras auton, katartidzantas ta dictua auton, kaiakalisin autus. That is, and when he advanced from there, he saw other two brethren, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, in the boat with Zebedee their father, mending or preparing their nets, and he called them. Just a couple quick things here. Kai Prabas from Prabino, and going further, or going forth from thence he saw. Again, this is the aorist participle, nominative masculine singular, from Prabino. He saw two other brothers, James the son of Zebedee and John his brother, in the boat with Zebedee their father, katartidzantas, adjusting or preparing their nets, and he called them. The kalisin from kaleo, aorist indicative active, third person singular. Hoi de eutheos aphantes, and immediately leaving the boat, kaitan patera auton, ekaluthe san autu. Immediately leaving the boat, when they had left the boat, and their father, they followed him. Ekaluthe san is from ekalutheo, aorist indicative active, third person plural. So what we see here is the immediacy of discipleship. They leave the boat and they go after Christ. They follow him. And as we said, I think one of the greatest things we can do in our lives is to follow Christ. And I believe that is going to continue all the way through time until Christ returns. Jesus said, I am building my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. Even if people claim to reject it all, claim to be atheists, I'm reminded what one of my friends said, the dogs can bark at the moon, but the moon continues to shine. I enjoyed that analogy. And one of the things that we can say is, if we want to have real life and real meaning, we need to follow Christ and let him lead us and become his disciples.